Good evening and thank you for tuning in to this edition of 60 Seconds with the Supt. We are here at Columbia Middle School with Ms. Tamika Spruill, one of our wonderful teachers here at the school. And this is a little more special because she's a Viking too from ECSU. So this is a ECSU Viking edition of 60 Seconds with the Supt. But Ms. Spruill, first of all, how long have you been in public education?
This is my 15th year.
15 years. 15. So in those 15 years, what would you say was one of the most rewarding experiences that you've had in those 15 years?
Every class I've had good experiences. So I would just say the relationships that I've built with the students.
Gotcha. And in middle school, that's very pivotal because middle school is that little crazy time where the kids think they're grown, but then they think they're babies. So yeah, I, as a middle school principal and teacher, I understand. So I guess in 60 seconds with the Supt here, we ask these questions, and then the next question I kind of want to ask when they come in and open the door on us is, if you could tell the students something now, based off of your experience of 15 years in education, going through high school, college, and all of your educational career, what would you tell the kids now?
I would tell the kids to always stay true to who they are and always believe in themselves.
Gotcha. Well, you heard it from Ms. Spruill right here before we go home for Turkey Day and Thanksgiving, and we want to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving at home, and thank you for tuning in to this. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to this edition of 60 Seconds with the Supt. We are here at Terrell Elementary School with our new, I still call him new because this is his first year, first full year starting with us in the school system, Mr. Jimmy Shelton. Mr. Shelton, thank you for being with us this evening on 60 Seconds with the Supt.
Glad to be here.
So I know you've probably seen them. I ask you a couple of questions and then we'll go from there. But I guess the first question I want to ask is, how long have you been in law enforcement?
I started my career in December of 1998, so going on 21 years.
21 years. And how long in those 21 years have you been a resource officer?
The first SRO assignment I had was with Pines Elementary in Washington County, and started in October of 2014.
Okay. So give or take now, roughly
So
almost
about 5 years.
Gotcha. And we stole them over here to Terrell County, as I like to say, God's country. But I got a question. So giving just everything that goes on with school safety and the focus that we have now just as educational professionals, what do you see your role as a school resource officer playing into just the whole role of education now?
Well, I would have to say my first role is always safety of the school, being sure that the kids get in safely and as they get on the buses safely and get out safely, and that they have a safe environment throughout the day. I would also say that interacting with the kids and trying to build a relationship and rapport with the kids so that as they get older, they're not afraid of law enforcement officers, and and we're able to communicate with each other. And it's I educate the teachers and the staff as well on things to be aware of as far as the school safety and in terms of active shooter response and all. But I would say that's my main role.
And I can tell you, for those listening at home, when we hired him, I remember the first email he sent me was just on some things that we can improve. And we get those emails and he walks and he lets us know of different things we can do to improve not only the safety of our staff and our students, but our visitors to the school as well. So I appreciate your dedication to us as a law enforcement officer, but appreciate your work in our school system. And with that being said, I would like to thank you for tuning in to this edition of 60 Seconds with the Supt.